Welcome to Bold and the Beautiful 65 Spoilers. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and comment for more videos like this one.
This episode quietly sets the stage before dropping a bomb, and honestly, that's what makes it hit so hard. Ivy isn't snooping, she isn't suspicious, she isn't looking to catch anyone in the act. She just happens to glance through a window, and that's when everything changes. Spoilers suggest the moment is quick but devastating. Miss Dillon and Will are kissing, not hesitating, not pulling away, but fully giving into it. Ivy freezes, and you can almost feel the betrayal settle in as she realizes this wasn't some harmless misunderstanding. This was real, and it was intentional. What really stands out is how Ivy handles it. She doesn't burst in, she doesn't scream or cause a scene. She absorbs it. She watches. And when she finally confronts Miss Dillon, it's calm, controlled, and deadly serious. Ivy tells her flat out that she must leave Los Angeles immediately. No negotiations. No second chances. It's very much a "you've crossed the line, and now there are consequences" moment, and honestly it feels earned. But this is where things take a disturbing turn, because Miss Dillon doesn't react the way you'd expect. Instead of panic or guilt, she responds with this twisted sense of confidence. She doesn't deny the kiss. She doesn't apologize. She reframes it. She starts talking about connection, chemistry, even destiny, as if what she did was not only justified, but inevitable. I predict this is the moment the audience truly sees who Miss Dillon really is, not reckless, but calculated. The conversation spirals fast. Miss Dillon shifts between playing the victim and positioning herself as the hero of her own story. She accuses Ivy of being jealous, of not understanding, of standing in the way of something meant to happen. There's something unsettling about how calm she is, how convinced she seems that she's right. Ivy's expression says it all. This is no longer about a kiss. This is about a woman who believes the rules don't apply to her. I speculate that when Ivy threatens to expose everything, Miss Dillon briefly falters, but only for a second. Then her tone changes. Her voice drops. And she makes it clear she won't be intimidated or erased so easily. There's an underlying menace in her words, like a warning disguised as confidence, and it leaves Ivy shaken in a way we don't usually see. By the end of the scene, nothing is resolved. Miss Dillon doesn't agree to leave, and Ivy walks away knowing she's just confronted someone far more dangerous than she anticipated. Spoilers suggest this moment isn't the climax, it's the catalyst. Because once Miss Dillon realizes she's been caught, there's no going back, and people like her don't retreat quietly. They strike back. And honestly, the scariest part isn't the kiss itself. It's that final look on Miss Dillon's face, calm, assured, almost pleased. As if she's already planning her next move. And if this episode is any indication, whatever comes next is going to be messy, personal, and explosive. I predict Electra is not going to find out in a calm or controlled way. There's no chance of that. Spoilers suggest the truth comes out sideways, through whispers and tension rather than a direct confession. My guess is Electra senses something is off the moment she returns. Will is too attentive, too nervous, too eager to explain things she didn't even ask about. And that kind of overcompensation never goes unnoticed, especially not by someone as intuitive as Electra. I speculate Ivy is the catalyst here. She's seen too much, she's carrying too much, and I don't think she can sit on that information for long. Whether it's a slip, a warning, or a moment where Electra simply reads between the lines, Ivy's reaction is going to raise red flags. Electra might not hear the full story right away, but she'll feel the betrayal before she understands it, and that's often worse. What really pushes Electra over the edge, though, is Miss Dillon. We can see that Miss Dillon doesn't back off after being confronted. In fact, I predict she does the opposite. She inserts herself where she doesn't belong, lingers too long, says just enough to make Electra uneasy. A comment here, a look there, subtle but intentional. It feels like psychological warfare, and Miss Dillon thrives on that kind of chaos. Once Electra starts connecting the dots, I don't think she confronts Will immediately. I actually predict she goes straight to RJ. And that choice says everything. RJ is safe. RJ is honest. RJ is someone who won't gaslight her or downplay her instincts. When she asks him directly if something happened between Will and Miss Dillon, I think RJ struggles, and that hesitation is all Electra needs to hear. I speculate the moment RJ confirms it, even partially, is devastating. This isn't just about cheating. This is about Electra realizing the betrayal happened while she trusted Will enough to leave town. That kind of realization doesn't just hurt, it fractures something deeper. And going to RJ first gives her control over the narrative instead of letting Will spin it. From there, the fallout is inevitable. I predict Electra confronts Will only after she's emotionally prepared, not in tears, but in disappointment, which is far more brutal. And Miss Dillon? She doesn't disappear into the background. She watches. She waits. She believes she's won something, even if it's just attention or destruction. Ultimately, I think this storyline shifts Electra and RJ closer together, whether romantically or emotionally. Betrayal has a way of reshuffling loyalties, and once Electra realizes who protected her and who lied to her, there's no going back. This isn't a misunderstanding that gets smoothed over, it's a turning point. And if I had to make one final prediction? Will loses both women. Miss Dillon reveals just how dangerous she really is.